Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Claim What's Yours. I'm your host Vaughan Reinecker, and let's get on to the second of the trifecta of declined claims by another leading insurer in the South African market. So this particular claim revolved around storm damages to a client's property, and one would imagine that an insurer wouldn't be able to decline claims for storm damages. I mean, a storm is a storm. High winds are high winds. Hail is hail. I mean, it's factual. You can't ignore it. Anyhow, this was a particular claim that took place, that happened with a client prior to our involvement as their brokers. They were placed with the existing insurer, so we never changed the insurer, but they were with another broker, and claim was notified to the insurers. The insurance company sent out a whole lot of loss assessors to the premises, but the insurers came back and said, no, we've declined the claim on the basis that it's wear and tear. So one of the things that we look at, we said, yes, wear and tear. Okay, we all understand wear and tear, but I don't understand how a storm can be considered wear and tear. We all know what wear and tear looks like. So wear and tear, or damp in a wall. Damp in a wall is a gradually operating cause, and the insurer won't pay for damp in a wall. But if your walls are flooded and they're under half a meter of water and there's damage to the walls, I think it would be a little bit tough for the insurer to say that that is wear and tear. So with that in mind, we get the notification from the insurer, and they said, we're not paying for any damages to the property because it's all wear and tear. And we went to go and visit our client. We walked around the property with them, and we thought, but hang on, not all of this is wear and tear. Some of it's wear and tear. We notified the client, said, look, these items they're not going to pay for, but there are other items that are water damaged, and we believe the insurance company should pay for those. So initially, when the claim was submitted to the insurer prior to our involvement, perhaps the broker at that time did not package the claim properly. They did not spell it out to the insurer. So one of the things that we have a constant query with, and this may be going a little bit off track, is that the FAS Act in South Africa, the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act, is there to govern the conduct of all financial service providers, whether they're insurers or brokers, in their dealings with clients' insurance policies. Why is it my job as an FSP, as a broker, or the client, to bring to the insurer's attention a clause, one clause, if you look at the earlier podcast, one clause contained in 183-page wording? Why is the insurer not trying to find a way to pay that? Why do I have to go and find it? Anyhow, that's the reason that we're here. That's the reason that we're brokers. That's the reason that we have clients. Otherwise, everybody would be dealing with the insurer, and nobody would need a financial service provider to place or service their business. So that's also quite important. When we place the risk, we make sure that the covers, firstly, are placed correctly, and then afterwards, we service the client. We service the claims. We make sure we package all this stuff together. So, right, let me give you some specifics about this particular loss. Leading insurer in the market. Estimate for the claim, storm-related damages, is about 300,000 Rand. 300,000 Rands with a physical loss or damage to customers' goods caused by a storm. This does not include goods that are considered wear and tear. Wear and tear, I gave you the example of rising dam. But if there is storm damage that has caused water to ingress into a property and caused damage to the bedding, caused that bedding to be unusable, so the water has cascaded in through the roof and caused damage to the aircon, or to a fan, or to an electrical distribution board, or to a mattress, or to pillows, and you can't salve them, you can't save them, how on earth can that be considered wear and tear? Well, that's exactly our point. So what we did is we went back to the insurers and said, guys, we all know what storm damage is. We all know what water damage is. I think what had happened is our client had not packaged the claim correctly initially to his insurer. So what we did is we went back to our client and said, right, this is what we need from you. We need a damage report, independent damage report from a third-party person not connected to you. We need a quote to repair, replace those items. And then we need the photograph showing the damages of the items afterwards and if there was any salvage. What we did is we gathered all that information for all the items that were damaged on this property. We packaged it in an Excel spreadsheet with the photographs, with the damage report, with the weather report, photographs clearly showing the ice and the hail, the water damages, that the property was submerged in water, and that various items had been damaged. Independent damage reports, independent quotes. We packaged it nicely for the insurer, put it into a little spreadsheet and said, yes, the earlier email that you sent to us, there were some items that were wear and tear. We are not claiming for any of those, but here are the items that we're claiming for, which has been attested to by an independent party. Here is the quote to replace them. Can we please get a check? One of the extensions on the insurance company's policy, on their buildings combined policy, gives you 15,000 rands worth of damage to your gardens, my commercial policy it is, caused by storm. And we're saying, but here are the photographs. All the plants were washed away, the grass was washed away. Yes, we got some quotes for plants, we got some quotes for work to rebuild the garden, and we submitted to the insurance company. So, just to summarize, insurance company declined the entire claim on the basis of wear and tear. We are saying some was wear and tear, but there's quite a lot of stuff that was not wear and tear. And it's on that basis that we sent a note back to the insurer. And the claim for our client is about 300,000 rand. So, from our point of view, once again, we are trying. We're not guaranteeing that the insurance company is going to pay, but we're here to use our smarts and the skill and cunning and expertise that we have gathered over all the years, and knowing the insurance company's policy wording, to reasonably go back to the insurer and say to them, but hold on, this is where I want you to pay this claim, under this section, under that item, for this value. We're not making anything up. The loss has already happened. The storm already occurred. The damage is already evident. It's about taking the information, packaging it, making sure that the insurance company and the claims clerk understand what we're putting together, where the cover is, cause of loss, and quantum. Sent it off to the insurance. Let's see what they say. It's been with them for a couple of days now. As soon as we get an answer from them, we will then let you know what the outcome of that particular matter is. True to the insurer, and all of the insurers are the same in this instance, if the claim is not paid, it gets referred upline. If it's still not paid, it then gets sent to the complaints division within the insurance company. And then if there's still no resolution and you still have grounds to give them new information, you can then take it to the ombudsman. So last point before I go. We took the circumstances that had already happened. We repackaged it and we presented new and additional information based on what had already happened. Gave it to the insurer to allow the insurer to reconsider the loss. If you, as a client, have had a similar circumstance and you believe that your insurer, or your broker for that matter, did not take up the correct fight for you, didn't package your stuff properly, and you believe that your insurer should have paid your claim and must have paid your claim, we would gladly assist you and get involved and try and direct you and have a look at it for you. So if you'd like to know more, email us, like and subscribe, and we'll get back to you with an update on that claim as soon as we get an answer from the insurers. And that comes to the conclusion of this as the second of the trifecta of declined claims, with the third and most important and largest of the claims up for review in a podcast that we will generate in the next couple of days or two and post online for you to have a look at. Thank you very much and good evening.